everyone. It's Lydia with the Oneness Junkie podcast and YouTube channel, and I would like to welcome everyone on this call. Today, we are having our talk with the angels with Leigh Angel, who's here on the call with me. And we would like to go ahead and bring Leigh Angel and the collective in. Hello, Leanne.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having us all today. We've got a whole lot of excited little friends behind me ready to talk.
Awesome. Thank you, Leigh Angel, for being here. So we will just hold the space and let us know when you're ready for our questions.
Sounds good. I'm just going to take a couple minutes and then we'll be ready. We are the Angelic Collective. We are here and at your service, prepared for any questions you may have. Please ask.
Thank you. We're very excited and grateful that you are here to speak with us today, and we have a few questions we would like to ask. Personally, I would like to ask, this past week, my 17-year-old beloved dog passed away on Tuesday, and I have had so many emotions and um, thoughts about the life that we lived together and all the divine connections that the dog was able to provide with me, as far as also lessons and spiritual guidance and lessons. And I was just curious if the angels had any more information that wants to be shared, or if even Joy is over there with the angels and has any messages for me.
We thank you for this question. Pets are an important part of lives and are originated from the angelic realm. In other words, carry angelic energy. They are, if you will, guardians of your light in the life that you live. As far as your question regarding your personal pet, Joy, she was brought forth into your experience for the purpose of not only allowing you to interact with another being in a very intimate way, to bring about more self-awareness for you, as far as how you present yourself to the world, how you care for others, learning how to expand from the self and more so into the collective around you and bringing your energy into balance with that collective. Joy came into your experience for the purpose of bringing this to you, in the sense that you would learn how to expand beyond yourself in love and in caring, physical caring, but also caring on multiple levels of being between the two of you. Joy brought to you almost a motherly energy, and in that maternal way was able to bring you support that you needed during that time period. She is very much with you. She exists now in the non-physical, and her energy comes forth, acknowledging you, sending forth feelings of pride at what you have accomplished. And even though you may oftentimes doubt where you are in the physical reality, make no mistake that the energy that you have built over this last, we will say, 25 years is significant. Do you have more questions?
Yes. One thing I've been contemplating since Tuesday is she was the last responsibility that I had personally, and it's had me thinking about when people are in relationship with other people, there is a sense of responsibility, whether it's a mother and a child, a father and a child. Maybe it's a adult with an elderly parent that hasn't passed, or maybe there's a pet in someone's lives. All of these relationships, whether they're marriage or just partnership, it's a way that people get the feeling that they matter, and people just want to matter in their life experience. And so I wanted to ask the archangels, when you don't use the surrogate to matter to someone else, what are the messages the angels have for us when we just have ourselves to matter to? And how does that affect us when we just have to matter to ourselves? Is that a clear enough question, or do I need to go deeper?
We would ask if you are referencing a sense of sovereignty, personal sovereignty. Is this what you are asking about?
Yeah, I'm just saying that I feel like as a soul, our life lesson is to really evolve and learn how to matter, but not matter in an egoic way to other people, but you have to learn how to matter to yourself and take care of yourself, because it's no one else's responsibility to take care of your emotions, your feelings, your sustainability as a person. And so I just wanted to talk with the archangels about the concept of mattering, not from the ego's perspective, but mattering at the heart level and from the non-egoic level, just at the heart space. And I don't know if the angels are able to understand the conversation I'm wanting to have with them.
We are looking into the word matter. It seems as though perhaps a better word would be fulfill,
Cares.
perhaps fulfill, in the sense of fulfilling what is most important to oneself while traveling down the of life in this time space. Does this make sense? In other
Yeah.
words, yes. So we are acknowledging that you speak of the desire to lift oneself up in purpose and joy and compassion and love as one travels the life path. Yes?
Yeah.
Does this answer your question, or are you wishing to go in a different direction?
I think the discussion I'm wanting to have, and to see if the angels have any insight. I mean, this is a very deep concept. And so the concept, I'm going to use another word, which is care for. So traditionally in our human lives, we care for first we care for family, close family, then we maybe make our own offspring and we care for them. If we don't have offspring, we care for maybe a dog or a cat or a pet or your plants. Like, we're always giving of ourselves from a caring of someone else. And yet the lesson is to also not just care for something else so that we feel like we matter to somebody, like we matter to our plants, we matter to our, they're not going to stay alive if we're not alive. We matter to our animals, they're not going to stay alive if we don't stay alive. So in that regard, as a soul, we matter. And so I was just wanting to discuss the concept of caring for, I mean, this is like an existential question and conversation that I was just wondering if the angels were going to be able to go into a dialogue with me about how we live our lives caring for others and the balance of caring for ourselves. Because in the end, it's my belief that no one is responsible for our happiness but us. And so even though we might try to get it from our pets or our plants or our children or our parents or our husbands or our girlfriends or wives, that, you know, that external way, the ultimate lesson is to learn how to give it to yourself. So this conversation is more like about self-love. Just
Understood.
yeah, so
We would call your attention to the fact that when one assists, cares for, takes responsibility for, even though responsibility is a heavy energy word, we really prefer to come at it from the sense of caring for another. Remember that in the oneness of all, we are all giving and receiving back and forth, perpetual motion between one another, in the sense that through the oneness, through our connection to each other, when we're speaking in individual terms, is that when we do for another, care for another, we are in turn bringing this energy back to ourselves. You know this, but I'm the angelic collective. We, the angelic collective, understand that you are asking from the perspective of the one wishing to balance within oneself that which is giving and caring versus the caring of the oneself. Is this the correct?
yeah, and I think what you're doing is you're reminding me that because we are all one, when you care for another and you get a feeling that, well, you matter, I guess I'm trying to justify that mattering because you're caring for someone else is not necessarily of the ego. It's not negative. It's okay to get a equal and opposite energetic exchange when you care for something else and the result is that you matter to that person or that plant or that animal. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a negative, like
In other words,
you're trying to get your needs met from the giving as a result in order to, in an effort to feel like you matter. I think you're reminding me, because we're all one, that there is a
things
oneness
balance
to it
energy.
all.
There is one, yes, there is one energy. All things find balance ultimately. Light balances dark, dark balances light. And we exist in this place of duality so that we may see and understand one from the other. But at the same time, as we continue to bless each other in life, to care for one another, to help others, to give energy to others, even just in prayer, this is a way of bringing all energy back to the one. Ultimately, all energy returns to the one. And when the angelic collective speaks of the one, we mean what you may refer to as God's source, universal energy. All things balance back into the one. And so therefore, when you take care of self, you bring positive energy to the one. When you take care of others, you also bring positive energy to the one. All things are part of the balance of light and dark, in other words, and bringing both experiences that can then return energy to you, in the sense that all things will work for the positive and all things will lift to the one. Does this make sense?
Yeah. So I'm gonna move on to my next question and thought, and that is, it's my belief and understanding that in order for the earth to shift, more people have to come from the heart center, the heart chakra, and from that there is a service to others mindset that comes from the green ray energy of the heart. And so I wanted to see if you wanted to talk to us about what we can be doing to help the new earth come into a frequency that it's heading towards anyway, that we want to be a part of this shift. So what can we do?
You wish to accelerate the shift, yes. Well, many of you do at this time. The best way to assist in the procession of that energy forward is to continue, as we just were speaking about, taking care of self and others, always with love, always with kindness. Oftentimes, human beings will think that because they are only one small being on this giant planet full of beings, that they cannot make a difference. But even the smallest action in service to the light, in service to love, ripples throughout the entire of eternity. You should never underestimate your power to effect change. It is more than you realize. So, if one were to say they wished to push forward the energy of the shifting timelines to align with the highest timeline, in fact, with regards to the shifting that is coming forth, we would encourage one to take care of themselves, take care of their lives, take care of their bodies, take care of the one, the individual soul that is experiencing life in this time space has all small aspects that are brought back to the center, back to the space of love within the heart. And when we say that, we mean we take care again of the body, we take care of the mind, we take care of our homes, we take care of our personal imprint on the world, if that makes sense. And then if we have the energy and we feel that we can, we reach out to others, we do what we can. And as we, as humanity, speaking as humanity, continue to create positive ripples, one being at a time, all of this culminates into a larger energy that will push the shift forward. Does this make sense?
Yes. Is there anything that just on a free form communication from the collective, that any messages that you want us and the global community to hear? Because we will be putting this out on a global internet platform where anybody could come across it. Is there any kind of message you want to channel?
We, the Angelic Collective, encourage all who inhabit this time-space, planet Earth. Bring forth as much love energy as you can during this time. Change does not come without causing a bit of a rumbling in what was. For old ways have to disappear in order for new ways to take their place. And we do not mean to cause fear in the sense that bad things are going to happen. It is just simply part of the process. But the more that humanity can find the space of calm within the center of themselves, stay in that space, react with love to any challenges that may come on individual basis. Do the best you can to show kindness, to show compassion for others, no matter whether you agree with them or not. We ask that you build this energy, because as then we shift forward into new ways of living and being within this space-time, that transition becomes easier. So understand that the more calm you bring to this world, the more love you bring, the easier the transitions that come. And with this, we ask if you are complete.
Yes, we are complete. And we thank you for your time, and we look forward to inviting you back. Right now, we have it planned for Tuesdays. So thank you for sharing this time, space with us and sending us your messages.
We thank you. Until the next time.
Thank you. Goodbye.